Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So I am doing a story time reading today and I'm allowing the cards to kind of tell me a story visually mostly. And it may be your story, it may not be your story. If it's resonates and it's helpful, that's brilliant. If not, just leave it for somebody else. The idea is these are probably mostly going to be collective messages, but they're channeled through certain signs. So how does the collective message that's coming through apply if we apply it to Gemini energy? I'm using 6 decks to do this spread, and most of them are by Colette Baron Reid. You can kind of see the ones that I'm using here, and I'm also using the Sacred Forest by Denise Lynn if you're interested in getting any of those decks. So Geminis, or whoever is watching, Gemini energy, the story today seems to be it actually does suit you really well being quite a playful sign. There may be a child involved, or you may be being asked or being guided to be more childlike, I think is one of the messages. But I can see that there's some hurt, there's some pain that I think is being transmuted into something else. So it's not super 100% clear what the message is exactly that's coming through, but I'm going to work with it and we're going to kind of see how it goes. The song for your reading was Salvatore by Lana Del Rey. I don't understand how it fits in. Maybe it's something about soft ice cream. I'm not sure. The stuff that I am channeling for you, Gemini, without the cards is so again, this light and dark, which does come along with the duality of your sign, and the ability to take duality and make it whole, right? So it's like yin and yang or black and white. It's like it's both part of the whole. So there was this message about sunlight. So I was thinking about sunlight being this good energy because it helps plants to grow, right? Like green leafy plants. If you think about like what's it called? Sorry, my daughter's in the background. What's it called where sunlight gets turned into energy? Photosynthesis. She didn't even tell me that. I just had to. Thanks for your help. Photosynthesis. So yeah, when plants get sunlight on them, they turn that into photosynthesis. So yeah, the way that light makes things grow. So there's an association in my head with light and life, right? So you would think the flip side of that would be dark, and the lack of light or the absence of light equals not life, right? But it doesn't, because as I thought this, I realized that the dark makes things grow as well. And not only does it make things like mushrooms and mycelium and mold and these like rots and things like this grow, but it actually gives us health benefits. So if you think about mold, right? Mold on bread gives us penicillin, which actually heals us and gives us more life, a healthier life. So again, it's this really like dualistic symbiotic kind of energy. I keep using symbiotic. I don't know if it's necessarily the right word for what I'm trying to say, but it's like they work together. The light and the dark are working together because they benefit each other, is the way that it's coming through for you anyway. It's cooperative. I recently watched that Netflix documentary as well, Keep Sweet, Pray, Obey. And there was a message for you kind of along those lines about who do you believe in? Who's telling the truth when it comes to the afterlife or spiritual guidance? Who can we put our faith in? Who can we trust? And the message that kind of was coming through for you was that the creator, whoever that is or whatever that is, right? The universe, the creator, God energy, whatever you want to call it, that higher energy wants us to think for ourselves. It's like we were given autonomy so that we could use it, right? So that we could think for ourselves, so that we could make mistakes, so that we could grow and develop as people. So don't be scared of making choices that might turn out to be wrong choices, because it's actually beneficial for you to have those experiences and grow from them. Basically, it's like light makes plants grow, experience makes humans grow, something like that, or the soul grow. And be very, very careful. So think for yourself. You are being encouraged to think for yourself and to make your own choices and not let other people make choices for you. And I got this message of beware of people pretending to have all the answers, because if someone pretends that they've got all the answers, they probably don't, is the message that's coming through. Yeah, what else? So your reading starts then with the cards. The reading starts with this very powerful card of transmutation, this phoenix energy. So the phoenix is this bird that flies into the fire and has a rebirth, right? And we're getting a lot of this imagery through. I think Taurus had a touch of it as well with the lion. You know, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The lion has this rebirth as well, right? But the phoenix is coming through with this kind of similar message. So again, it's kind of a collective message about reinventing ourselves, or breaking out of old patterns, and embracing the new, embracing the change, and doing it and realizing that we're coming into our full power is the way it's coming through. So yeah, this powerful message of change. And with it, I was getting the power to change by Sia. Have I the power to change today? And it was like, not, the message that was coming through is like, I'm sorry, my words are coming out so silly, and I keep saying like, and I know it's frustrating. I'll try not to. The message that was coming through was, when we change ourselves, we change the world around us. So it has a knock-on effect. So the line is, the power to change today. But what is she changing? She's changing herself, and she's changing today, right? She's changing the present. She's changing the reality that we exist in. So have the courage to do those things, embrace the change and make the change. It also came through with, I don't know if anyone remembers the old TV show Heroes. There was a line in that went, save the cheerleader, save the world. So it was like, save Gemini, or save yourself, save the world, right? Something like that coming through. And they gave me another analogy of Rapunzel. So the Disney movie Rapunzel, it's kind of coming through here, which again, I'll talk about when I kind of get up to the cards, but it was coming through this energy of somebody who was trapped, and, but even though they were kind of trapped or in a bad situation, they had a light heart. And so she sings, she dances, she paints the walls, she hopes for the future, she imagines things, and she's a very happy character. So when she gets out, when she changes, when she conquers her fears of going outside, because, you know, Mother Gothel's told her all this stuff about the terrible things that are out there, but she changes and she grows in confidence and courage, and she goes out into the world, and she goes to a pub in one scene in that movie, where there's all these like rough characters, but she sings this song, I have a dream, I have a dream, and it inspires these people to also think about what their dreams are, and it's like, because she changes, she has an impact on all these other people. And it comes from that kind of almost childlike, light-hearted, fun, kind place. And that's what you're being asked to embrace, your ability to do that. And it doesn't mean that you have to be like, you know, toxic happy or anything like that, like toxic positivity. And you don't have to be in denial of the things that you're feeling. It's just like, find the silver linings, accept the situation and look for the silver linings. And yeah, where possible, try to be more childlike and open and playful going forward is kind of the message there. Again, some of you could be parents and you are teaching your children how to do this, teaching your children how to pick themselves up, to have a fresh start, because we have this encouragement card here as well. So this is like the parent giraffe and the baby giraffe, and they're kind of nudging each other. And I think there's a shared encouragement there as well. The parent encourages the child, but the parent can also take a lot from like learning lessons from the child in terms of remembering how to be a child again, how to be playful again, how to be open to explore, to do new things. And it's a two-way relationship there, I want to say, with the giraffes. There's a lot of animals in this reading, so any of these animals could mean something to you, just to kind of throw that out there. And the numbers as well, so quite a lot of different numbers happening. So do kind of, if anything jumps out at you, use your own intuition to be like, oh, that's a message for me. I know what that's saying to me. I'm just going to pause for a second. My tummy's rumbling a little bit. I'm just going to drink some coffee and I'll be back with you in a sec. Okay, with my tummy getting a bit grumpy, it could be chakra, telling me about somebody's chakras. So I would say second and third chakra, if anyone wants to look into that. If anyone's having like tummy troubles or heartburn, indigestion, grumbly tummy pains, obviously get things checked out by a doctor if it's like an ongoing thing. But if you just noticing that you're a bit more grumbly in that area, maybe just look at your chakras. It's to do with things like confidence, empowerment, all those sort of things. So just Google it and have a look at that and see if there's anything in there for you. Okay, so going to this card, and this is the first time I think I've ever seen this card. It's a brand new deck for me, and I love it so much. Immediately I'm like, this is an instant favorite. It's so cute. So it's this kitten, and it looks super excited and happy, and then it's got these kind of like glasses on with these butterfly wings, and it just looks, the character of it just makes me smile. So it's made a bit of a mess. It's called the Joyful Muse, with the meaning of inspiration. It's got paint all over the violin, but whatever it's doing, it's having the time of its life. It's like, look what fun I'm having. Look how much fun it is to create things, to play with things, to try things out. And again, I feel like this is the energy that you're being asked to embrace, and also be this for other people. It's encouraging to other people when you embrace change, because you are the butterfly of the zodiac, and the butterfly symbolizes transformation and rebirth, as does the phoenix. So whatever you're going through, I want to say, be playful with it, be open to it. Allow the old to naturally slide away so that you can really play with the potential of any new situations that are coming up for you. See it as a blank canvas. And also you've got this kind of card of the upper world. So it's almost like the higher realms, the higher self, angels, spirit guides, whatever you want to call it. It's like coming down to bless you with some kind of inspired vision, because it's like the wings here on the butterfly and the wings here. And because it's carrying this like orb, can you see it's like an eagle or two eagles, like a bird, and it's, the way I'm seeing it is it's coming in to deliver this gift to you, and this gift is going to be placed on your third eye. So if I show you this really closely, she's got like this tree on her third eye. I'm saying her, she, he, they, however it resonates. So it's like this gift of creative insight, this gift of potential, this gift of ideas, this visionary, right? Because of the glasses, it's like being a visionary, which again could be hugely inspiring to other people. So be that person. There's definitely something going on with the third eye, because these two have kind of the third eye pressed together. So again, it's like-minded. This one has this symbol over its third eye. You have this card here where the bird it's kind of sat a little bit high, but it's also sort of kind of similar energy to me, maybe not quite so much. This girl here, if you look really, really closely, she also has decoration over her third eye. Somebody could be from India, or be from a culture where you wear kind of bindis or jewelry or decoration on that area. This cow has the decoration here too. Yeah, so, and then this fox at the end has this kind of ice pack on its head. Like, oh my goodness, I've been so inspired that it's given me a headache. I've received so many downloads, it's given me a headache. Receiving inspiration from the higher realms, to be a playful muse, a source of inspiration, a creative person for others. And you or others, I want to say it's both. It's you going through something and creatively problem solving, or you going through something or being in a dark place, like Rapunzel in the tower, right? Because this, but it's like you taking that, being that person and being able to inspire other people who are in those dark situations too. So the 9 of fire is the 9 of wands, and this is called the wounded warrior card, and it talks about somebody who's been fighting some kind of battle. It's like something that's been an uphill struggle, which the phoenix card coincidentally also talks about some kind of like mountain to climb, something that's been a difficult journey. So going through something, not quite being able to see a way out of a situation or a way through it, I want to say whatever that situation is, it is going to transform. You will receive creative inspiration about how to get out of that situation or how to change the situation for the better, right? It may even be that you stay if you want to. If not, of course, you don't have to. But it may be a situation that you thought wasn't for you, or you would have to leave or something. And then it's like the universe gives you this gift of an idea, an epiphany, a different way of navigating that situation, an environment that because you change, the situation changes, right? You have an impact on what's going around you. Sort of like if you always allow yourself to be treated like a doormat, people are going to treat you like a doormat. But if you stand up for yourself and draw those boundaries, then you're not allowing yourself to be treated like a doormat, right? So, and again, that's not victim blaming. It's just when you change, the situation changes, right? When you change, the way that you interact with the environment changes. Yeah, the wounded warrior is in a dark place. I always think she's in like a dark cave or a place where she's holding on to hope. She's holding on to her dreams and wishes, which you can literally see by this light here. And she does look quite youthful and quite playful. So like Rapunzel in the tower, where she's looking out and seeing the lanterns, and she's like, one day I'm going to go and see the lanterns. It's like having that wish, having that dream, and using it as like a carrot on a stick to get you through, to help you cope, to give you hope that there's going to be a brighter day, that the situation could change. And then there's something with all these little, can you see these little fireflies that are flying around as well? And it's like, again, it's like the change inspiring others. It's like others are drawn to your light, others are drawn to your fire. So it's like it's your fire. You go through it first, right? You have this transformation first. You have this reinvention first. And then there's others that are also drawn to the same fire. They follow you, and then they also go through it and also have the rebirth and the transformation. So some of you could be musicians, or they could be something to do with music that's very inspiring to you. It's like maybe this is how the universe talks to you. This is how the universe talks to me. I can ask a question and get an answer through music, and it will be spot on, and creepily spot on. So again, it could be that you're, I think Taurus yesterday had symphonies. I've been hearing symphonies when before there was silence. So it's like a radio inside my head. Sometimes it goes on and a song comes in, and it's different than, sometimes you just get a song stuck in your head. It's different because it's hard to explain how it's different. I've always had songs that pop into my head. I've always had, I listen to a song, it gets stuck in my head, or a song pops into my head from nowhere, but it's probably been triggered because I heard it on an advert and forgot, something like that, or there was some words that made it come into my head, all those kinds of things. Everybody has that, right? But this was more like a couple of years back, I kind of got woken up in the middle of the night by I Will Survive blaring inside my head as though someone was singing karaoke, and it was very different, a very different experience than the kind of normal songs popping into your head that people normally have. So it's that kind of thing. It's like maybe all of a sudden the universe is talking to you. It could be talking to you through birdsong. It could be talking to you through overhearing conversations. It could be literally you're hearing voices or music in your head. It could be when music's playing, it gives you the answers. It could be that you are crafting something, whether that's an artist, a musician, something creative. And again, it feels like you are doing something creative, or you're inspiring, or you're coming through with ideas that other people can use. Like you are the muse, you are the channel, the information's coming through to you and then inspiring the others. It's like the others are listening. So I am kind of seeing it as like you're the ones, either spirit singing and you're listening, you're hearing it, or you're the one singing and there's others around you that are hearing your call and coming to your light. So do take it as it resonates. I do think it's a little bit of both, but it's I always think it's very soothing. Now robins as well are a signal of somebody who's passed on coming to visit you. That's what people say. So that could be something as well. Like you hear songs that remind you of your ancestors. Elephants are about ancestry, the past, remembering. So there could be something in that for somebody. You have this, the miracles are endless here. So don't give up hope. Keep believing that spirit is around you. These things can, you know, the things that you think are impossible can happen, because especially if you've been in a situation that's been very draining, or it's been very hard to hold on to the light because you've been so challenged, it could be quite hard to keep dusting yourself off and picking yourself back up. But I can see with this being in the upright that you are doing. In the reverse, this is somebody who's giving up. In the upright, it's somebody who has perseverance, who has determination, who doesn't give up. So it's a very, very strong card for me. I really like the Nine of Wands, even though it's a difficult card or energy to experience. So it's like, I want to say things are changing, because you literally start with change and things are looking up. And, you know, yeah, the miracles are endless, and you will see this. You have this protecting treasure card. Again, I do feel like some of you are protecting a child, or you have perhaps somebody around you who is protecting you like a child, right? It's like, it could be an ancestor who's passed on, because we do see this bird here protecting the girl. Like your spirit guides, the higher, because we have the upper world, your own higher self, your ancestors, your angels, whatever you want to call it, coming in to shelter you from the storms. And you are in the storm. So I want to say a lot of you are actually experiencing, or about to, or like you're at the start of experiencing, or you're just coming out of a difficult energy. And it could be some big change. It could be quite challenging for you. But I want to say the universe is around you. And again, there's something about valuing the right things, because is what is being protected here. The treasure's actually just on the floor. It's not even in the treasure chest. You know, the treasure's scattered around. She is protecting this treasure box, but what's inside it? I want to say whatever is important to you. So again, it could be your own child that you're protecting. That's what's important to you. It could be your own hopes and dreams and wishes that you're protecting. But again, the girl is also being protected. So there's this real feeling of almost you being the middleman, or again, the muse, right? So the universe protecting you, because you are the muse that inspires others. Even though you may be going through a bit of a difficult situation, I feel like it's part of the change for you. It's part of the transformation. And there's encouragement from the people who are above you, again, so like parents, spirit guides, like the people who are protecting you are encouraging you, so that you can do this to protect and encourage others. And in doing so, you heal the ouch. So yeah, she's like a little nurse here. This is a little fox. A little bit of a headache. So again, just be careful if you're trying to channel in a lot, or you do receive downloads. You need to take a break from that if needs be. You know, you have to protect your own energy. So if you feel like you're getting tired, if you feel like you're getting depleted, if you feel like you're more in this energy than this energy, then that's a sign to take a break, right? You have to replenish your own energy before you can put your energy into other things. So, but again, it's like the ability to support others, the ability to encourage others, the ability to teach people how to get through the difficult times. And I do feel like that is the purpose here. Like, so again, you could go through difficult times, but it's teaching you how to help other people who are in those situations, the people who are following. And we do get through them because we're here, right? So I'm going to read this card to you, because I do feel like you're being asked to be in this energy as much as possible. And it could be that this is somebody who inspires you, like it's your muse, like your kid who makes you laugh because they painted the walls, something like that. But I can't say I laughed very much when you were painting the walls. Well, I was a bit more like, can you stop painting the walls? Right, okay, so yeah, so be the joyful muse, I think, is the message of this reading, Gemini. Inspiration, the gift of play in inner child. The joyful muse invites you to be more playful, to have more mirth and joy in your life. You have become boring to yourself, even as others continue to find you interesting. Circumstances have dulled your edge, and it's time to change, but not the things around you, but your attitude. Blow a morning kiss to yourself in the mirror. Smile to a stranger, be careful with that one. Wink to a child, be careful with that one. Be mildly but elegantly inappropriate. The joyful muse is a source of inspiration, a wild and disruptive feminine force that compels you to invite more pleasure and delight into your life. So it's like, be a little bit naughty, right? Play with things, see what you can get away with, as long as you're not bringing harm to others, right? Because that's bad karma. But being a little bit cheeky, being a little bit playful, you know, it's mischief. It's like childish mischief. Yeah, it's fun, right? Give yourself permission to be mischievous and find the humor in the tragedy while being careful not to become too frivolous. So again, you don't want to make fun of the trauma that others are going through, or you don't want to make light of situations when other people are in this 9 of Wands energy. You want to be supportive and healing when it matters, right? But it's being able to find the balance, between supporting and encouraging and being playful and getting people to laugh. Is it always appropriate to get people to laugh, or is it better to be supportive? I think it's a fine line. I think it's a bit of both. I know sometimes when I'm struggling, there's certain friends that I can talk to who, you know, they can be quite cheeky with it. They can make quite dark jokes, and that's funny to me and it helps me. I like the dark jokes. It breaks the ice, right? But again, it's each person's different, so just tread that line carefully. But yeah, the power of this muse will shake up everybody around you and invite you to create beauty and grace out of the pain and tragedy you perceive in the areas of your life. The joyful muse often comes at a time when darkness prevails and the future seems dour. Embrace her gifts, being playful without being silly. Invite the child inside you to come out for a play date, and he or she will help you to return to your innate innocence, the place of never been there, never done that, even if it is the same routine you wake up to every morning. So there you go. So again, it's not necessarily that your situation may or may not change, right? But what is changing and what is transforming first is like the first change comes from within, with your attitude and the way that you navigate life. And when you allow this muse energy in, so again, whether it's you or somebody around you, you're being asked to be open to that, to embrace it, and to adopt more of that energy too. And understand that it can actually be very, very healing to other people in times of darkness. So I hope that's helpful, Geminis. Do check out the description box below where all your songs will be listed. Yeah, maybe it is time to eat soft ice cream, you know, and not worry. Maybe it is time to I don't know, like put your worries aside, put your burdens aside for a day and just spend the day painting or listening to music or dancing, or going bowling. I went bowling today, you know. It's like, allow yourself to be playful and childish and fun. You don't have to take life so seriously all the time. You know, being an adult doesn't mean that you have to be boring. You can still get the jobs done and have fun doing it, or you can still get the jobs done and be playful and make jokes. I don't know, maybe somebody needs to hear that. Maybe it's somebody around you, I don't know. But it looks like when the attitude changes, the situation will respond. It comes from within first. All right, do take care of yourselves. I hope that was helpful. Check out the description box for some more songs that may inspire you, give you ideas, give you a bit of guidance. And yeah, I'll leave it there and I will see you again soon. Bye, Geminis.